on the lakes of the Ncaa, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Golden Gophers will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Back to pass, it's Ncaa. Quick strike complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. And the Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Golden Gophers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going again.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense fails.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Here's a heat. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it out of the shotgun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
To the air on first down. He's got it still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the move, it's Ball. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The give to the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He tries to take the top off. Finds a spot in the middle. There he goes. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Big fella moving. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Ncaa. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the silver bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position. And right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's called.
Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Makes the catch. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Wants to go up top on first down. Soft spot in the middle. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Still on his feet. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And the Golden Gophers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Fires on the move. He's got it. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On fourth and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give from the gun. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28th.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. It's complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Graham. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but
He's loose. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Finds his big tight end. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. The corners are walked up tight. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He gets it into enemy territory, and that return has them in business at the 42-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw an interception.
Turning it on! Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Right on the money. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Off the play fake. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air, it's Lindsey. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab, it's Hayes.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Golden Gophers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tracy. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Gophers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Taylor. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass. I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and as the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football, I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral him because he's so dangerous after the catch.
He'll keep it himself. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime.
The one thing you know you're going to get with this guy is yards after contact. He makes people miss. He can break tackles, wears defenses down, and he's doing it right now. After that last carry, the offense now sit up.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Scanning the field, it's Ncaa. Looking to the big tight end. Holds it in. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. He splits the uprights. This is now a 7-point game. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds his man. It's Coleman. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. On the ground, it's ball. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
With the catch, it's ball. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Boise State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. It's Ncaa. Pocket breaking down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down. He came up a little short. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the Golden Gophers get enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got him downfield. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Here's the pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. He's got him this time. Smashes ahead. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Ohio State. They take the lead with the 6. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on first down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, woo, that would be a fun day.
Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense is bringing the Heat another sack. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Right down the middle. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. He's got the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air on second down. Going for it all. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Quickly to the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He takes it at the 45. He gets a block. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He has the first and still on his feet. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You got the lead here late in the game. You got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50. And on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Back to pass on second down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tight end now in motion. Going right to work up top. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes the catch right at the 50. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
To the air, it's Ncaa. That's caught. It's Smith. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they have.
Oh, he's got some space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by a field goal over Miami. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They're setting up the screen. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.